coaching, teaching you to be the best version of you. I haven't made a video in a really long time since I've gotten back from Alaska via Hawaii. So those are my last videos, and I was, in the meantime, really missing making them. I've just been inundated with transitioning back to Phoenix and acquiring my next job, which is now in Texas. So I've been trying to get acclimated to a new schedule, a new area, and on my mind, in the back of my mind, has been all of these topics I want to talk about and have wanted to talk about. So because this area that I'm in, which is north central Texas, there's not a whole lot going on, and it's not like it's an exotic place that people dream of. There's not a whole lot to see here. However, when I do take my day trips, or weekend trips, I hope to do some videos, some shooting of different areas that I think are interesting. But for the most part, I really just wanted to talk about areas of interest around health and wellness and fitness. I have just what feels like a plethora of subjects that I have anywhere from a surface knowledge to a pretty in-depth knowledge to. And I just wanted to cover some of those things, and I'm open to suggestions. So what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start talking about some things that I hear a lot of, that people ask me a lot of, and just see where it goes. I may go on some tangents. I don't know how this is exactly gonna go for me, but I'm gonna give it a shot. So don't hesitate to add comments below about what you liked, what you didn't like, your opinions, anything I might be missing, or subjects that you'd like me to talk about. So as an update of what's happening with me is I arrived back in Phoenix the end of May. And if you didn't see my other last videos, I went to Hawaii for about 10 days first because it was convenient. It was kind of on the way. Kind of, not really, but it was easier to get there from Anchorage when I was already packed up than to go home. And, you know, not that I had to go, but it was just an opportunity. I got a good deal on a flight, so I did that. So then I spent the next month or so trying to figure out what my next step was. I didn't know if I wanted to stay in Phoenix or if I wanted to take a position somewhere else, and I did get an opportunity to do that. So I have a pretty cool position, at least I feel it is, in my main line of work, which is sign language interpreting. And the position was supposed to end the end of October, and it still might, but there's a good possibility it's gonna go longer. So I will decide what I'm gonna be doing if and when I get that offer to extend it. So I've been kind of tooling around north central Texas a little bit, seeing the areas. This is a very, very flat area of Texas. They call it the Plain area, Plainsville or something like that. Texas is divided off into different regions based on the landscape. There's a hill area, there's the coast area. I don't have the exact right terms, but different areas of Texas, is a big state, look different. And right here where I am, it just happens to be very flat. Had quite a bit of rain here. I was really wanting to go for a little day trip today to Wichita Wildlife Center and the Wichita Falls Mountains or something like that, that is called. It's near Lawton, Oklahoma, actually. It's actually in Oklahoma, but it's called Wichita. So interesting. So, but it was supposed to be a really beautiful area, and I hope to do it next weekend, but there was so much rain yesterday that I wasn't able to do it. So it's not raining today, but it's really dark and dreary, but I already had plans. I'm going to the gym. I have to do my laundry, just things like that. And I can't just hop in the car and go for the whole day if I want to do the other things I have planned. So we'll hopefully go for next weekend. What I've noticed in myself through the last year for sure, but especially the last few months, where I have, well, Alaska, it was the same way actually. When I first arrived to Alaska, as well as first arriving here to Texas, the lifestyle changes were enough for me to deal with, because I have what I'm figuring out is a low tolerance for stress, especially now. By the way, I did turn 50 in August, a couple months ago, so I'm 50 now. And the comments I always get when that comes out, whether somebody asks or just comes out of conversation, is disbelief. And literally to the point of someone almost demanding to see my license because they think I'm lying. Or I just get the like deer in the headlights, and I feel kind of stupid. Actually, I don't know how to. I'm like, no, I'm serious. You know, would you like to see a picture of my 31-year-old son? You know, I don't know what to really say. Of course, I feel flattered. Of course, it's a compliment to me, but it happens quite frequently. So I will talk about some anti-aging longevity secrets, I guess, that I have come across that not a whole lot of people know. At least the conglomeration of stuff that I know, I think, is very unique. I'm getting it from I'm getting the knowledge from some very key areas, and those areas specialize in what they specialize in. So I kind of grab from all of those, utilize them for myself, and I have also seen results or lack of results with clients too in the past. That I think I have a pretty good routine, at least for me. And I have some very good science-backed information that I pass on to clients. And so that's just kind of my secret, is I never stop learning about the new science that comes out. I truly mold my lifestyle around what I want most in life. And that changes, you know, from year to year, decade to decade, for sure. But one thing has always remained the same with me, and that is I always want to be healthy so that I can live my best life possible. And you can't do that if you're sick. You can't do that if you're injured. You can't do that if you just age gracefully and let things happen. It just, at least it doesn't work for me. The things that I want to do are that of maybe a 30-year-old has in their sights. I still want to do those things. I still want to be very active. I want to feel good. I want to be functionally fit where I can lift things and not tear something. I don't need someone to carry stuff for me, you know, that's heavy. I can be an asset, you know, physically, if somebody needs help with something. You know, I don't ever really want to feel like I can't do stuff. You know, even though I know there's a limit, you know, to what I can do as a human being or as a woman or as a 50-year-old. I understand that. But I test the limits of conventional thinking all the time. I guess I'm a little bit cynical at this point. So I've learned to be cynical too, from mistakes that I have made, things that I have believed without really looking into it. And that's a whole nother area of my life that I hope to be able to talk about at some point. So getting back to the stress will take a toll on you, big time. I've had my share of stress, but I've always tried to really do well in managing it. And there's one thing that has heads and shoulders been above anything else I have ever seen work for anyone else, as well as anything that works for me. And that is